Defense contractors lobby $190 billion. Oh, not billion, I'm sorry. $190 million over 2017 and what's been passed over 2018 so far. And if you look at our budget, that makes kind of sense. You can see how that happened. Our military budget is more than the next 7 countries. It's about $600 billion. And yeah, this is how politics works. This is how lobbying works. They have 700 people lobbying for them, constantly paying politicians' campaigns, helping them run, helping them get reelected, and then politicians just sell you out. Who on earth could possibly think that our military is weak, or that we need more bombs? We spend more than the next 7 countries combined. That's insane. Think about that. $1.4 trillion dollars in debt for students who want to get an education, when free education cost estimates around $70 billion. Look at healthcare. 40,000 people die a year of medical bills because they can't pay their medical bills. 17,000 children. It's insane. It's insane where we're at right now. 4 million people lost their health insurance, by the way, since Donald Trump took office. So we're going to spend $600 billion for what? What wars are we fighting? We're still in Afghanistan for 17 years. The media should cover that every day. Why are we there? Why are we there? Why are we there? You look at this, you look at the amount of lobbying being done, and then you realize it. It's so insane. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just sort of dismayed at what I see. It's so sad. Look at our infrastructure. Our infrastructure has a D- rating. Why can't we use that money, right? Use our tax dollars to benefit us. There's 40 million, 45 million Americans live in poverty, right? Millions of Americans are struggling, making ends meet when they work 40 to 60-hour weeks for big corporations who have record profits, continuous record profits. I know under the Obama administration there was a sort of tactic that Republicans use on to run, be like, companies are suffering. They're suffering under Obama because it's taxes. Because the nominal tax rate was 35%, which is what they would pay on paper. But when you factor in all the loopholes, they would pay close to around 10%, which is the effective tax rate, which is what you actually pay. But again, this is how it works. $190 billion in 2 years. Barely. It's like 1.5. And look at our military budget. It represents that, And tensions with war in Iran are escalating too as well. One must ask, why do we need all these weapons? Who are we fighting? Sort of imperialism. That's why we have 80 bases around the world that cost $100 billion yearly. It's insane. Why? Why are we still in Germany? We're in Japan. We're everywhere, and it's sad because millions of people need health insurance. People could use education. As far as public school funding, they cut public school funding by $9 billion. Republicans did. They cut food, I think it was Meals on Wheels or something like that. They cut food for poor children. They cut all these programs. They're going to go for Social Security and Medicare, but we have the biggest defense spending budget in almost history. So again, it just shows you the sort of state we're in, where Democrats can't beat these people. How can you not? And you see why. It's because those corporate Democrats are kind of bought too. It should be a layup to beat these guys. Look at these policies. Democrats now, the sort of moderate centrist Democrats, are kind of what Republicans are 20 years ago, but now the Republicans have veered so far off right that they're making moderate Democrats, or these sort of Republican-like Democrats, look democratic. And it's not big to be bold on social issues. Okay, you let gay people getting married, or you let you're fighting for equality as far as racial diversity, trans rights, whatever it may be. That's not bold. Everyone expects that. Yeah, just go do that. What about what's being bold is standing up to power, which is money, which is corporations. And Democrats do not do that. That's why they're trying to fight Bernie Sanders. There's a new report that corporate Democrats are meeting with billionaires to try and figure out how to stop Bernie Sanders. So crazy. Just remember that 190 billion over the last 18 months, and they got what they wanted, just to make more weapons, to make more money. And when there's an incentive to do that, they're going to try to exploit it. Same thing with education, same thing with healthcare. So again, look where we are.